In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to close more deals by getting all of your leads to show up warmer, pre-qualified, and already aware of how you get results for clients, making your sales job much, much easier. So if you're taking calls with leads who get on the call and they say, oh, like, what do you do again? Or they give any signal that they haven't done any research on you or know anything about what you do, then this is what you're going to do to get these people to show up instead warm and qualified. So it all comes down to how you nurture them. One thing that we leverage are YouTube assets or any sort of long form pieces of content, because what this does, and first we have to understand the difference between problem aware, solution aware, and product aware. So if your leads come in, let's use an example of paid ads, right? Let's say you sell paid ads, you're a media buyer. Leads might be problem aware, which means that they understand that they are not generating consistent leads and lead flow is their problem. That's their bottleneck to scaling. However, they don't yet know what the solution is. If they know what the solution is and they think, okay, yeah, so paid ads are a good way to get more qualified leads to solve this problem, then they would be solution aware. In order to close a deal, you have to get somebody to be product aware, which means that they understand they're struggling with consistent lead flow. Paid ads are the best solution to solve that problem. And your specific product, your service is the best way to deliver that solution. Closing deals is 10 times easier when they come to the call solution aware, because then you can use the sales call to get them to product aware, which is only one step versus 2 steps if they're problem aware, right? So if they're problem aware, what you're going to do before you ever even book them on the sales call is you're going to use long form sales assets. This is what you use when they're not solution aware. So here's an example of a client, right? So he has a bunch of different long form YouTube videos that break down all of the limiting beliefs and pain points in his market. What this means is that whenever we are texting a lead or having a conversation with a lead and we get any signal whatsoever that this lead has a limiting belief or they're not sophisticated enough of a prospect yet, we will use these videos to nurture them. And we will send the exact video that relates exactly to whatever problem or limiting belief that it is that they're dealing with. So instead of trying to book anybody with a pulse, we're going to use these and we're going to play the longer term game with these leads so that they're nurtured and that we stay top of mind at all times. Once we feel like they've consumed enough content to break whatever limiting belief it is that they have, and now they've become solution aware, then we can actually book the call. Once you book the call, you want to send them a mini VSL or pre-call video. This will educate the prospect even further on your mechanism or how you get results and why it works so well, the results it's gotten for other clients, etc. You're going to sell them on that even further. This will make your job a million times easier. They're going to come to the call knowing exactly what you do. They're going to be already aware that this solution is the best way to solve their problem. They just want to know if you are the best person to deliver this solution. Now, on top of that, here is what you should actually know before you ever pitch a call with somebody and book them into a sales call. So first is there's situational things and there's logistical things. So situation-wise, you need to know their current state, so current struggles and pain points, desired state, so their specific goal and desired outcome, the gap between these two things, right? What is holding them back from hitting their goal? And then the actual need. So what do they actually need in their own words to get from here to here? That's going to be exactly what's holding them back. Now, we don't want to put words in their mouth. Even if we feel like we already know what's holding them back, which we probably do, we want to get it in their own words. Then you have the logistical side, which you have finances and authority in. So authority-wise, you just want to make sure that they are a decision maker. If there are multiple business partners and you're selling B2B, for example, then I have a little bit of a nuanced take on this. Yeah, technically you should book a call with all of the decision makers present, but I've closed plenty of deals and have seen many deals close with just one of multiple decision makers on the call, because if you can get that one decision maker sold, they will go and sell it to the other decision makers for you. And then you can book a follow-up call with all of the rest of the decision makers, and then your job is pretty easy from there. So I wouldn't write it off completely if you can only get one decision maker on the call, but it is ideal to get all of them on the call, obviously. If this is B2C though, then 100% you want to make sure that you're getting, let's say both the husband and wife need to be on the call, make sure that you're booking it and framing it so that both of them should be there. And then financially, you obviously have to make sure that they have the ability to invest, or at the very least get creative with credit, loans, etc. So that's what you should know before pitching a call. Also, what I'll say about finances is, just sell to people with money. If you're selling to broke people, you're gonna have a hard time. It's a shitty business to run because you're dealing with people who are broke. They're gonna complain. When you sell to richer people who have money, they not only make better clients that are easier to deal with, they also get the best results because they have the traits of people who get results. So please don't waste an hour of your time on a call with somebody who is broke. Overall, if you follow all of the stuff that we just went over here and actually play the long game with leads who are not yet solution aware, you will have a much better time on sales calls. You will probably book less sales calls, but those sales calls will be much more qualified and easier to close, and you end up making more money at the end of it.